Chapter 6 of Letters from Rifka. Page 41, if you have the book. Goal there can be none before me, empty-hearted, idle-willed. Life's monotony rolls over me, tired with longings unfulfilled. Pushkin. November 30th, 1919, Warsaw, Poland. Dear Tova, what should I do? I hold the worst news in my heart. Whatever shall I do? As soon as we finished our business at the bank in Warsaw, we followed directions to the steamship office. How rich we felt with all the money my brothers had sent us from America. How eager we were to start our journey across the ocean. Before they sell you your ticket, though, Tova, you must have an examination by a doctor. I think doctors are the cruelest men upon this earth. This doctor, who worked for the steamship company, took me and Mama into a room. He examined us for deformities and disease. He examined our bodies and our eyes. Take off your kerchiefs, he said. I will check your scalps. My head had been itching terribly for the past day. I gladly removed my kerchief and gave my head a good scratching. The doctor washed his hands after he examined us. Mrs. Nabrat, he told my mother, you have passed your examination. You may go now to buy your ticket. Come along, Rifka, Mama said, gathering her belongings. No, the doctor said. I am sorry. Your daughter cannot join you. Our company will not sell her passage to America. Mama said, you don't understand. She must go to America. She can't, the doctor answered. She has a skin disease, ringworm. You see these sores on her scalp? I thought of the Polish girl on the train, the girl with the baby. She had sores on her scalp. Mama's dark eyes widened. Rifka, Rifka, she murmured. Her hands shook. How do we get rid of this ringworm? There's a treatment, the doctor said, but it takes many months. All of me went numb. Only my heart beat thickly in my chest. Before he showed us out of his room, the doctor wrote something on a piece of paper. He handed it to Mama and told her to give the paper to the man at the steamship office window. Papa tried bribing the steamship officials. It is a trick he learned in Berdichev from your father. A trick where money put in the right pocket can get you almost anything. Here, Papa said to the man in the steamship office, pushing our precious money into his hand. Please take this to make my daughter Rifka a ticket. The man looked at Papa's money. He looked at the 5 of us standing before him. Wait here, he said. He went to the other room, the room where the doctor sat. He came back shortly. I'm sorry, he said, returning to his post at the window. Is it not enough? Papa asked, reaching into his pockets. You need to have more? No more, the man said. What you ask is impossible. The child cannot go. Why can't I go? I demanded. The man paid no attention to me. He spoke to Mama and Papa. If the child arrives in America with this disease, the Americans will turn her around and send her right back to Poland. My company will have to pay the cost of her return. If my company has to do this for your daughter, the doctor and I will no longer have our jobs. I'm sorry. There's nothing I can do. Tova, I can't go to America. They'll let Mama and Papa and Saul and Nathan go, but they won't let me. I cannot stay here in Warsaw without Mama and Papa. How can I live without Mama and Papa to care for me, to protect me? Yesterday, Mama gave me a handful of money and sent me outside to wait for her and Papa. You stay out of trouble, Mama said. We'll try our luck at this steamship company. Perhaps they will not mind about your ringworm. Outside, a bony old man with a nose like a parsnip sat with a basket at his feet full of round orange feet. I stared at him and stared at him. Finally, I went over. What is this? I asked in Polish, pointing to the fruit. From a distance, I had seen a similar fruit in Matzev at the market outside our inn. The fruit was small, more yellow than orange, with patches of green. These were perfect autumn-colored balls. Oranges, the old man answered. He had no teeth in his mouth. How much for one? I asked, inhaling the bright smell of fruit wafting up from his basket. My stomach grumbled eagerly and my mouth grew wet. How much you have? He asked. When he spoke, bits of spittle stretched between his lips. He stared straight at me. I was not being clever then, Tova. I held out my handful of money. He took it all and handed me one orange. A few moments later, Mama came out and saw me biting through the bitter skin of the fruit. Where did you get that? She asked. Where is the money I gave you, Rifka? I took her to the old man, but the man cried, There you are, thief! You steal my oranges! Help, police! What monster are you to steal from an old man? I did not, I cried. I paid you. You took all the money I had. Liar, the old man screamed. Liar and thief. His spittle flew through the air. A drop landed on the back of my hand. I rubbed and rubbed it against my coat, but I could not get the feel of it off me. Finally, Papa gave him more money to quiet him. I lost our food money, Tova. Mama yelled at me and Saul made a horrible face. I bit my lip to keep from crying. The taste of the orange still danced in my mouth. I will never eat another orange as long as I live. Mama said, what will we do? We have to eat. Hush, Papa said. I will think of something. And it is not your fault, Rifka, Nathan whispered. He tried smiling, but his dimples barely showed. Now we have no money for food, Tova. Tova, I think there is no hope I will ever be clever. That tells you about Warsaw. How come Mama and Papa leave me in such a big city? Warsaw is bigger than any city I've ever seen. The buildings are so tall, I get dizzy looking up at them. There are carriages that move without horses to pull them. They're called cars, and they prowl the streets like frenzied wolves. Warsaw is a horrible place, Tova. I can never stay here. Pray for me, please, Rifka. Marla's distracting me. Come here. Come here. Oh, come here, kitty. Oh, say hi.